Guys, 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 it's time. Are you as excited as I'm excited? I am excited. Oh, Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. New shit to do. Oh, I'm so excited. Let's see, I'm a proper British ponce, so we can Lloyd. That's a proper British ponce name, right? Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might be drawing to herself. Oh, I've missed it. It's been so long. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. I have this really jacked on my ears. I hope I'm not screaming as I'm saying this. My neighbors are gonna be like, what the fuck is this kid doing? You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up for her. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel I'm better off running. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. It's just me today, so I have to do like every voice. This is gonna be interesting. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you're thinking of ignoring me. That's mean, Lloyd. Well, if people start staring at you for acting weird, then I don't want to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. Oh man, it's so fuzzy. I'm getting such fuzzy feelings. I guess you don't have any to be mean if you wanted to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Yee! We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Lloyd, have you decided on joining a club yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. And I haven't been looking either. Yeah, that's not true. You told me you joined a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that during one of our many conversations I just blatantly lied to her. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're not happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in the next few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I can promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her, even though I do every single time we talk. For years, that's why we've been friends. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. The school day was as ordinary as ever. I pack up my things. I stare blankly at a wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello! Sayori must have came into the class when I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left. I thought I'd catch you coming out of classroom, but I saw you just sitting here, spacing out. Your brain okay? Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. That's impressive. Look, you don't need to wait up for me. It's gonna make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Know what? Well, then you can come to my club. Sayori. Yeah! There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is the vice president of the Literature Club. Not that I ever was aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I didn't even know she could read. Since she was the first one to show an interest after blah blah blah, something about vice president. I'm rambling though. This happens a lot in this game. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club with the other losers. I said it. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, could I tell the club yesterday that I kind of bring a new member? Hot new member. And it's gonna be cupcakes and everything for the hot new member. And, well, I overpromised and I need you instead. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned this all out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yeah, let's go! Good thing I have some chamomile tea with me, because it's gonna do a number on my throat. Get your mouths out of the gutter, everyone. And thus, today marks the day. I dejectedly follow Sayori across school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member's here! I told you, don't call me a new member. I glanced around the room. Alright. Not great at voices and accents, but we're gonna make this work. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. No, that can't do. That can't do. Yeah, Sayori, you brought a boy. Boy to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Lloyd. Oh God, I can't do. Ah, Lloyd. What a surprise. No. Welcome to the club. Oh God, I gotta... Okay, I'm not gonna let this derail me. I'm gonna figure this out. They may change as we go because I suck at this, but we're gonna figure this out. Oh, worlds Don't get frazzled, Lloyd. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it! Sorry. Natsuki! No, that can't do. I can do Natsuki and Sayori, fine. I gotta think of something else. The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made cupcakes, though, according to Sayori. Do I trust a baker who's not fat? How can I? You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear. Then she licks it. Things are getting weird. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Promise, I don't want to do the voices I've already heard, but some of them just fit, you know? A tall, purple-haired girl. What would she sound like? Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to be having a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Short people. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you're already in Monica, is that right? Maybe I give her the radio voice? That's right! It's great to see you again, Lloyd! Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked. We were in the same class last year. Oddly enough, it always seemed like it was just the two of us. Monica's probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... you too, Monica. Come sit down, Lloyd. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit down next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, It's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica. And one next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I sit next to Sayori. Nah, bad move, brah. Okay, you can have it already. Ta-da! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cute cats. Everything is just so moire. Kyle's cold, dead heart is melting. So cute! I had no idea you're so good at baking, Natsuki. Yeah, well, you know. Just take one. Sayori grabs one, then Monica follows. They're delicious! Sayori talks at... I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet, bearing holes into my soul. She looks at me. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances my direction. I'm narcissistic enough to think it's not about her wanting to make sure I enjoy the cupcake, but her taking a peek. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down, as I stare dead into her eyes, biting down. And I chew, staring dead into her eyes. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Oh, are you thanking me? It's not like I made it for you. Haven't I heard this before? Well, no, I've never had a girl make me cupcakes before. Whether for you or anything? Yeah. I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for you, you know, dummy. It's for the royal you. What? I don't know anymore. It's been a long day. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. As a proper British ponce, I'm looking forward to this. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Yeah, don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not true. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider joining the Literature Club? I was afraid of this question. Bribery never goes over as a good answer. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We all make sure to feel right at home, okay? As president of your literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Just make a request, and I'll make sure to spin that record. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably have been the board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Ah, well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics of the major clubs. I just want to spin my records and everyone's calling in like this is AM radio. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Anika's a really good leader. Yuri nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You can put it that way. Not very many people are interested in putting out all the effort that it starts something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. Or psychology-themed podcasts. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yay! We will do our best. Yeah, you know it. Enthusiastically, everyone agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal, global domination. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. Ugh. So, Lloyd, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, I consider, well, you know, if you, it's just one of those days, you know, you carry the one, manga. I quietly muttered to myself. And Natsuki's head perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader. Not much of a reader, I guess. Whore. Well, that can change. Why am I saying that? I speak without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. They can be slow to start at first, maybe getting to know all the characters, and you can't excessively get them to shut up, they keep talking to you. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, if I do pat myself on the back. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yeah, high school's quite the foreign world, isn't it? Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? You ain't get me this time, honey! Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Ah, I read a horror book once. I'm sounding like a loser. At this rate, Yuri might as well be conversation with a rock. Monica comes up. Really? I would have expected that from you, Yuri. For some reason, for someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ah, I hate horror. Oh, why is that short one? Just... Natsuki's eyes jarred over me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually write about cutesy stuff, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were writing a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give it back! Fine, fine. Yeah, some of your cupcakes. Yeah, your cupcakes, your poems. Everything about you is just so darn cute. Mwah! I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Yeah, well, I guess sometimes. What do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them! I'm not a very confident writer! I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. Smug Yuri has entered the building. Look at that. Look at how smug she looks. You must be willing to open up to your readers, expose your vulnerabilities, and show even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experiences too, Yuri? Maybe you should share some work. You could set an example for Natsuki. Feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess the same for Yuri. Oh, I want to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea for everyone. Question marks? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus now we have a new member. I think it would help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bonds of the Literature Club. Isn't that right, Lloyd? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on there. There's still one problem. Yeah, what's that? Now that we're on the original topic of me joining this stupid club. I never said I'd join this club. Wait, Monica's rubbing off on me. Now I'm doing the voice. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry, I thought that... Humph! Lloyd, you're breaking my heart! You're all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear decision when it's like this? That's it. If writing poems is the price I pay in order to spend every day with these cute and beautiful girls, I will simp and write poetry. I said it. Alright, I've decided I'll join the literature club. Yeah? Yeah, I'm so happy! Hey! You scared me for a moment. You wouldn't like it when you scare me, Lloyd. I've been reading horror films. If you really just care for the cupcakes, I'll be super pissed! That makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Boink! Boink! Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think that's it. We can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting. We can all share! It's still going. Alright. Hey lads, is here? You want to walk home with me? Yeah, sure. I want to get to the new stuff. With that, the two of us depart and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between four girls. Sayori? Natsuki! Yuri? And of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day of my life with school after blah, blah, blah. I can't speak anymore. Go home, Lloyd, you're drunk. Let's write a poem. Who should we? Well, I can do Natsuki's voice the easiestly, so I guess we'll try to find her. Funny? Fluffy. Anime. Boop. Twirl. Date? Bliss? No! I was trying to write a perfect one for Natsuki. Bouncy! Giggle. Dazzle! Oh. Lipstick? Doki Doki! Melody! No, that one's probably Yuri. Treasure! Oh, no. Sparkle! No! Shady! Firefly! Oh. Precious? Oh, no. Starscape! Skirt! Amazeballs. Hop! That was not as tailored as I was hoping. Again, Lloyd! Glad to see you didn't run away on us, huh? Nah, don't worry about it. This may be a little strange for me. It's not the strangest thing I've done while I've been in high school. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. Everyone's hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Lloyd. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. 'Cause you're a fucking loser. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you want to take us seriously... Wait, no, but if you don't take us seriously, I'll bite you. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in a club room. Natsuki finds stuck between saying Monica Mega Literature! Simply defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Lloyd always has the best, gives it his best as long as he's having fun. So all you bitches better make sure to keep him fun. He helps me with my busy work even without me asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. Undependable. I gotta find a better voice for her. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your home on fire once. Is that so? It's just playing with fireworks. Yeah, no, that's it. You two are really close friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. I could use a new smoking buddy. How come? You and Lloyd could be good friends too. Sayori, I don't want to smoke. As usually, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into, let alone this chain smoker over here. Oh, Yuri, you brought in something today, didn't you know? What? Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy! It's really nothing. Yeah, that's how you get the voice. MacGyver. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like it's a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. Guess it means it's up to me to save the situation. Don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Well, I mean, unless you got me MacGyver DVDs, what the fuck would I do with that? But yeah. Well, here. Yuri reaches in her bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out, so I picked up a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it keeps your attention, even if you... Smooth skin, keep your attention if you don't read it. And we could, discuss it, if you want. This is... How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'd like, despite me not reading much. So really, isn't she just projecting what she would like? Yuri, thank you. I definitely will read this. I enthusiastically take the book. What is becoming of me? Phew. Well, you can read at your own pace, Smoothskin. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone is settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled, but doesn't seem to be the case, blah blah blah, they're talking, let's skip through this, I want to... Natsuki something. Ugh! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her, just in case I can ignore her more. What you looking for in there? Freaking Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the... iPhone! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga's one of those things you can't admit you read until you know where the other person stands. Especially the weird shit I read. How do you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point when you tried to defend me, I think. No, it's when you admitted you don't read. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. This large volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the one side of the shelf. Curiously, I pull out the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches out of my hand. She turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of it. Ah, much better. Cigar box, set with one book missing, is probably the most irritating sight in the world. Kind of like when you lend out the, from your Monty Python box set, you lend out the Spanish Inquisition to someone in grad school. You haven't seen it 7 years. Never got it back. So you mentioned the Spanish Inquisition amongst others. And as cliche as it sounds, you actually enjoy that one. No tea, no shade. I know that I feel. I get closer to the box that she's admiring. Parfait girls? The fuck? Seriously, I never heard of it in my life. Probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. Or both. If you're gonna judge, you can go through the glass door. Or go through, you... I don't know, they're gonna throw you through some glass. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging or anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice that you were saying. But I'll tell you one thing, Lloyd. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first one of her Fey girls. I'm gonna show you exactly why! He shoves the book right into my hands. Paper cuts go everywhere. Ah, I gotcha, bitch! Ah. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there! Ah! Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me into the closet. She takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsill. She pats the ground next to her, signaling for me to sit there. Won't chairs be more comfortable? I take a seat. Chairs won't work! Because I can't get my feet all the way to the ground and they just sit there dangling. It's terrible. We can't read at the same time like that. Because I'll be too busy kicking. Why's that? I guess it is easier to read all snuggled up like this. Don't just say that. Don't say it unless you mean it, Lloyd. Unless you really mean it, Lloyd. Natsuki crosses her arm and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry? I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Or else I would have just poured on the Axe spray. Because we're in high school. I just would have lathered it on there. But I didn't, so now I just smell like a human. Instead of a high school boy. Not that I could say it's a particularly bad thing. Smelling like a human, that is. Smelling like a teenager. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I opened the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming additional space while she hopes I won't notice. Oh, why'd you switch like that, D-Live? Don't distract me when I'm trying to... No, great. Now I got 2 Natsukis just staring at me. She inches closer and she hops on my lap. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, which is impressive considering she's sitting on my lap. Wow, how long it's been since I've read this from the beginning. I missed all these subtleties the first time I read it. Huh? You don't go back and flip through older volumes every now and then? Wait, oh, was that me saying that to her? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've finished reading the series. Hey, are you even paying attention? Wait, you're talking? I am, but nothing's really happening yet. Bunch of high school, triple slice of life. I grew out of these, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Oh! So, what should I expect from this, besides boredom? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously! You think I would enjoy something that I have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like getting to know the characters. So it pulls you in, but it takes a very long time for you to get to know them. But that way it makes it more oofy. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at an ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. Like, I'm obsessing over this brute in front of me now. Besides, it's still entertaining. I mean, like, don't you enjoy us creepily looking at you? One of us. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into the backstories. And when some of the romance starts to happen, but never gets too far, just remember that. That's what makes it really good. There are so many touching parts. Like me sitting on your lap and somehow touching your shoulder. Is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated your programming. Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean? Oh, Natsuki gives me a little shove, which is impressive, because she's sitting on my lap and touching my shoulder. I just mean that I haven't seen you at your full power. Good save! I will become the most powerful Toadette ever! Ah, this chapter seems to be about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well... Natsuki pauses for a minute. Yeah? What does that matter? It doesn't, just curious. Since you like baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. It just so happens that I like baking around the same time I got into this manga. It just so happens to be an accident. You know, it just happened like that. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Oh. For some reason, Twitch decided to get all freaky too. And distract me. I guess that explains Suki's interest in baking. Quite simple, actually. She's not a very deep and thoughtful girl. Well, who am I to judge? Oh. Somehow I'm sitting on your lap, touching your shoulder, and giving you that face. Which, there's gotta be some sort of thing Kyle can do with this. Like, meme-wise, nothing weird. We read on the floor for a few minutes. Kyle's voice is just kind of permanently stuck like this now. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. I'm staring at you with a mixture of confusion and like, what's that? I guess it's more like, kind of like, maybe when you first see a dog, a puppy that's really, really dumb. And it does stupid things, but it's so adorably cute that you just stare at it. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. Like I said, it's like watching a dumb puppy. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? I'm just turning more, eh? That's not... Well, that is to say, that was Brack's college money! Well, I would never really know. What do you mean? Don't you share manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Humph! Like, I couldn't even get my friends to read this. They think manga's for kids. I can't even bring it up without the big old, like, it's just this movie about space wizards intended for children. Makes me want to punch them in their face. Look, I know people like that. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who won't judge. Much less friends who are into the weird shit that you get into. I mean, I get into. Anyone gets into. We're all into weird shit. Anyway, I guess I'm already kind of a loser. So I guess I gravitate toward other losers over time. Hey! I'm sitting with the loser in the closet. Nice. Probably it's harder for someone like you. Huh! Yeah, that's probably accurate. Wait, which part? Oh! I beat. Hit the wrong button. Let's save this. Kyle's gonna mess around later. No, go back! Return! Wait, I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if I found this. It's safe here in the clubhouse. One time, he lit them all on fire in front of me. Some Monica's been a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it with you. Two losers sitting in the closet. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. I never said it would. Why are you looking at me solving your problems? Maybe. But at least enjoying yourself, right? Plus, right now I'm a teenage boy. I'm not a therapist. So? Haha! Jeez, that's enough! Are you gonna keep reading it or what? Yeah. I flipped through the pages. Suddenly, Suki starts laughing. Ah! Totally forgot that happens! And Suki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character! I always feel a little bad for her because she's so unlucky. And short. And childish. And she can't get her legs to the ground when she's sitting in chairs. But it gets especially bad when, I shouldn't be talking to anybody about this yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words what you feel when you get connected with someone like that. To be able to find that for Mitsuki, so for him, it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. And you know what? This is a good place to stop for tonight. Ooh, I'm so excited to be back. I can't wait. Oh, maybe my voice does give women the wrong opinion. Anyway, Guys, this is so exciting. I'll be on tomorrow for sure, doing more of this. And then we won't stop. We won't stop. We won't stop. We won't stop.